It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next is this team's sure-handed tight end. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. Great game in store for you. And it's coming
What
up
better
next
way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Lucky Week 13 is underway. Everyone hoping for some good fortune as we enter the home stretch. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And they'll be led out by the longtime veteran at QB.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
They'll run here on first down. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. They're throwing it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Stays in the pocket. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he's going to call for the fair catch here at the 38-yard line. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. And bringing them out someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 43. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Complete beyond the marker. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll give him a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Throw left side, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Slot man in motion left. 2nd and 8. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
To the air, 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. The visitors and their running back about to get back to work. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting 2nd right now across the league in rushing yards. They'll come out throwing. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Now a give on the counter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Looking for a throw here. Flush out, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Punting unit out now. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. First punt went 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Catch made underneath by the back. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Nearly an interception on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. Completed over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They send him left out of the slot. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only 1 yard for them, and now we'll see what they decide to do on 4th and short.
It's 4th down.
Going for it on an option play left. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Short pass brought in. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. 2nd and 3 now. Pass play coming here. Setting up the screen. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On 2nd and 12 now. This throw is cut. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
The 12-year vet strikes true. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. We're at the end of one in a defensive showdown that has lived up to its billing thus far. Just a field goal separates these two. More coming up after this quick break. And we're back. Road offense out there and set. Let's get the second quarter started. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Pass play now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He's dropping back to throw. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. Looking for the back that time. And that brings up 4th and long. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he's been more than just his passing touchdowns this season. In fact, you can see it right here. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing scores late in the campaign. Man in motion here. They'll throw to begin this drive. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Back to the well again. And he'll get it up to the 27. 5-yard gain on the play. And they'll have 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he found some running room for a nice gain. There on the tackle, the rookie out of Auburn. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 36. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a gain of 4. And it'll give him a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Blown back, it's the handoff. And And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Completed to his running back. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 2nd and 3 now. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves him with 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll get 18 yards there. And they're going to have a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down. He brings it in. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Smith on the return. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On the move, hit it right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the set. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll only drive this forward to around the 26. Their punter making his way out now. And they could really use a good one here. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The home team's ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. To throw it on 1st down. Oh, he's going for it again. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll give him a 1st down. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 1st and 10 from the 41. He'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They go play action here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. All right, no more excitement here in this 1st half. He kneels this one down. Both teams head to the locker room. So at halftime, not a lot of scoring to be had so far. We've got a 6-0 ball game. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail.
And with no halftime report this week, it seems, we're going to get right back to the field for the start of quarter number 3. Has this at the 6. Returns looking good so far. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he's up over 80 receptions on the season. An impressive number, and it's good enough to sit him among the league's best as well. First and 10, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd down, he takes the option right. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Throwing now on 1st down. Running right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that'll be a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Quarterback quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Running for the marker on second. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Quick throw left side, complete. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a 1st down here. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that 1st down. Running it after the penalty. Runs it in for the touchdown. These guys grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
He's throwing for it. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now this offense ready to head back out. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Here's what I know. I know this one, Kate, from personal experience. After this one's over, QB, well, he's going to spend some time in that cold tub because he's spending so much time on the ground, taking a beating today. This offensive line, this offense has got to find a way to protect the passer.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely 3rd down pickup.
That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
He breaks a tackle. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. New set of downs for him from the 46. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back-to-back carries here. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
throw on third down. That one's cut along the left sideline. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
First and 10 now from the 30. Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Eric Armstead there on the stop. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Motioning him from the slot right. Second and 10 now. Into traffic, complete. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Third down, 1 yard to go. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down from the red zone. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down. Looking to the air here. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now outruns their offense to take over. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Throwing from the gun here. He's got Smith. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
On first down, they'll run. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So we're through 3 here. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They send a man in motion. Here's second and 11. Complete out to the right. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
They get 6 and a first down as well. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll throw on first. Setting up the screen. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Blowing back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown! These guys can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And his attention has gone to all of their receivers, Brock. This guy has continued to do damage in the passing game as well. Quite a weapon they've been able to use him as throughout this contest. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 34. Completed over the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. He gets 6 on that play, and that gives them the first. Option design here. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Slot receiver headed left. Now on 2nd and 10. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Let's keep those sticks moving.
They'll try and throw it here. He's got a man left. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They motion a receiver left. To the air now on 1st and 10. Called in left side. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. They're set up at the 35 now.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Simple dive up the middle. And this one does not go far. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. To the line we go. They're set 1st and 10. Back to throw now. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. These guys go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use them down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different.
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. That one splits the uprights. And his guys lead by 15 now. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. This offense ready to get going again now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. It is caught left side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. 3rd and long for him here. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Finds a man right side. And he's able to get this down to the 36. 2nd and 3. Hits his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Finds the in route complete. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Here's 2nd and 5. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Clean breakup on that throw. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And they get to him and hold him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Now this offense getting set to work here. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to the well again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. With the win in hands, they don't take the knee, let this clock run out.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. A nice showing here from our winners as we say thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.